Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It is Monday evening and tonight is our eBay hunting series. So what I do in this video is I look on eBay for auctions ending tonight and sometimes into early tomorrow morning or into the afternoon and try to look for deals on anything related to UFC, whether it's sealed boxes, single cards, collectibles, memorabilia, anything that the term UFC shows up in. We try to look for auctions ending and we try to get good deals. So let's get started. So we type in UFC for the search. We do minus the word break and minus the word breaks because the way the eBay search function works is called a Boolean search string, which means that you could customize it and add certain functions to have the search customized however you want. So I want them to pull up every search with the word UFC. I don't want to include the word break or the word breaks because that will get the breaker spots for individual products, which just clutters up my feed for what I'm looking for because I'm not interested in buying any of those spots. So we do search, comes over 5,700 searches. So we go to auction, narrows it down to 13,000, and then we do ending soonest with bids. If you do ending soonest, you get every auction that's priced too high on the initial bid and that there's no value. There may be value hidden in there, but my thought is if it's ending tonight, if it was worth it, somebody would have bid on it. And even if I miss something, time is of the essence and I don't have all the time in the world. I try to do this for, depending on the evening, 20 minutes to an hour. Try to do at least 20 minutes a day. You know, for this video, we may go a little bit longer just because I talk it through instead of just doing it all in my head. So I like to explain it and kind of talk through my process. So we do any soonest with bids because I want items that have bids that are more legitimate and it narrows it down. So there we go. We're down to 2,200 auctions. So let's see what is ending tonight. A lot of these are ending in the next couple minutes or a few seconds. So I'm gonna have my cell phone as a backup bidding option because I can bid quick on there if I need to, instead of doing it on screen and dealing with that. So let's have my phone here. Let's get rolling. What do we have here? This is 2,000. Oh yeah, also real quick, I have a separate eBay tab to search for fixed pricing for anything currently listed on eBay for sale. I use Gixxon.com as my snipe for snipe bidding. And then I also use cardladder.com to look up previous comps and values to see if I'm getting a deal. Not a good deal to give me some perspective. So let's get back. So these two ended. So let me refresh the screen. There we go. Yuri Auto out of 199, ending in 1 minute. Oh, this is a nice looking card. Zhang Wei Li, Grasso, dual auto out of 25, 230. On card out of royalty, premier product, great autos, a little smiley face there. They both have really nice autos, pretty cool. Not interested in that card specifically. Let me see if I can get a little light turned on above us real quick. Excuse me here while I turn on my TV. Just to give me a little bit more light if we need it. John Silva knockout out of 299. Again, I try to focus on low numbered serial cards. That's too high. 2025. Sterling out of 25. Not my type of card. Let me move this real quick. I should have done this ahead of time, my bad. Hopefully that'll help if there's any dark screens with some illumination. What is this? It's kind of cool. Grasso out of UFC coin, silver coin. I've never seen that before. That's interesting. Let's see. Let's try to get a little bit further out so at least I have some time to put in the snipe. Christian Duncan, gold Roy Wave refractor out of 50, non-auto. Won his last fight. Getting a lot of attention in the collectible car world. There's another one of those silver coins for Marino. Pretty cool. Let's see what else. Melissa Mullins patch auto. Is that numbered? It is not. Cool looking color, cool looking card with the black and the white patch and the gradient there. So there's different like layers of material and different textures. Just makes the card more visually appealing. Pretty cool. Let's see, Holloway, I love that pose. Pose from UFC 300. Amazing looking card. Here we go, what do we got here? Marino, he lost his last fight. Relic out of 49. Still a legend, still like one of the top fighters with a relic. Let's see if we can, with the lost last fight, maybe it'll be a chance to snipe and cheat. Let's find out what they go for. So this one's out of what? This one was out of 49, so let me narrow it down a little bit, 49. No recent sale, so let's see, 17 bucks, 35 bucks. Is that the same one? Yeah, 17, 35. It's a good looking patch. How is the patch on this one? It's just plain black, 29 bucks, too high already. Keep it moving, close that. Again, like I'm trying to make quick decisions here so I can get through the auctions. Like I don't want to spend too much time on any one card unless I'm seriously interested in it. And it's a high, like at least a 9 or a 10 on my scale of how I look at these cards and my desirability factor, which again, will be different for everybody. You may look at some of these cards and be like, how is he jumping over it? Why isn't he placing a bid? Why isn't he talking about it? I try to look for interesting cards with relics, autos, low numbered of fighters that are popular. That's kind of my base level of filter. And again, something else may pop up that doesn't meet that catches my eye, but that's kind of where my head is at. Oh, that's kind of cool. Herb Dean, 2009 UFC round 1. So the first licensed issue of UFC for Herb Dean, PSA 9. What's the pop on that? 310s, 39s, only 61 ever graded. Cool piece of history. Just out of curiosity, what does that sell for normally? So let me narrow it down a little bit. 60, 61. So 60 was in 2021. A 61 just sold for, $61 just sold on December 7th. What was this one at? It's already up to 72 over last comp. Huh. It is interesting. I'm going to add to my watch list just to see what it ends for. Curious on that one. Oh, here we go. Dana White. Wow, that's a sick card. Vintage Dana White card. What does that one go for? PSA 9. There's 69s and only 610s. What does a 9 go for? Let's see. Wow. So for this year, we had 140 in June, 189 in September by best offer. The 140 was by best offer, the 189 by best offer in September, 177.41 by best offer in November, then a fixed price for 225. Card is definitely, trying to see, in 2024, went for 2. Wow, it used to be a 400. What's the peak for the card? So we're going back further. So it looks like 400. It peaked at 424, then it's been down, trending. This is with an auto, so you can't count that. 140, 189, 177, 225. What is this one at? It's already at 144. Peak was at 4. I think if you could go for less than half of the highest comp, so 20, if you can get it for less than, let me go back to this, less than 225, obviously, it'd be nice to get it for under 2. It's an amazing piece of history. I have a lot of these sealed boxes in my stash. So let's do our first snipe for the evening. So we're gonna do it. I'm gonna see if I can steal it for, I doubt I'll get it. That's the whole point of this, is to try to get deals. Oh, we gotta do one other metric I forgot. To be responsible, let's see if there's any currently listed on eBay. 270 buy it now, 250 buy it now, 225 buy it now, and then this one. So like the buy it now's bracket the upper ceiling for what the auction will end at. So if it's 144, unless people do not see these auctions, like this auction will not go for close to 229, I wouldn't think, or you would just buy this one. Yes, this seller has a higher rating than this seller, but 9.2K is still an amazing eBay rating. So we're gonna see if we could snipe it. So I'm gonna put in a bid for 170.23, add it to the snipe. And it's in 14 minutes, depending on how long this video goes, we might be able to see how this plays out. So let's keep this moving. Morales Shimmer, 2024 Finest. I keep doing that, so sorry. Put in a different tab. The red shimmer on this is so sick. I just wish the card was numbered, which it does not look like it is, so we'll keep it moving. The silver relic for 2025 knockout. There's an 8 here at 120. So the 8's at 120, the 9 is at, what were we at? 144. We'll focus on the 9. Let's see, what is this one? If you were at autograph relic red out of 25 is 6. So for a card like this that's graded a 6, I would get this card, I would crack it out of the slab and keep it raw. You're better off just selling it. If you're gonna flip a card like this, and you're better off selling it raw and let somebody else take on the risk if they wanna regrade it, or if they wanna try to fix the card or clean something off the surface. Like, most people visually will look at this card, like you can see that this corner is dinged and dinged. As long as you take good photos and disclose it, you don't have to disclose it was a 6. I mean, obviously if you want to, you can, I wouldn't. I mean, the grading companies, you can send this back in 100 times and get a 6, a 7, an 8. Like, there's no value in that. And there's no point of it. But let's see what this relic goes for raw when it's not PSA graded. Let's see, we'll just do out of 25 and get rid of this stuff here just to have the search a little wider. So let's see. So let's see, we have 36, 50, 18, 20, and 12 bucks. Okay, that's not the right card. That's just the auto, that's just the auto. So here, 36, about a year ago. So there hasn't been a sale. See if there's one currently up on eBay. So what I want to do here, let me pull up another tab. I closed that one by accident. Apologize, I'm kind of jumping around here, everybody, but again, like, time is of the essence here. We're trying to keep it moving. Anything currently up for sale? So we have the relic, the alpha relic, the 1 out of 25 for 125 or best offer. Out of 25, 100 or best offer, 53 or best offer, 60 or best offer. Then this one here. The other thing I want to look is what has her record been recently and any news to look at. So let's see, her nickname is The Beast. I didn't know that. She's 13-2. What has her record been? Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that she lost to Valentina. So let's look at, so in May 25, she lost to Valentina by unanimous decision, but went the distance. And then in October, she beat Jasmine Jusadavicius by, okay. Wow, she beat Erin Blanchfield. She beat Rose Namajunas. She beat Caitlin Sermonara. So she won 3 in a row. She lost to the best fighter, female fighter ever, arguably. And then she came back and won. So she's the number 2 flyweight, and Valentina's number 1. When is she supposed to fight next? Is that anywhere in the news? Let me type in next fight. Apologize for the screen being dark here. Let me see if I can get something up here to at least get a little light on my face. Manon wants a quick turnaround for perfect scenario after UFC Vancouver. Not sure if Natalia wants to wait Natalia wants to wait to the summer. Grasso maybe. So it looks like there's no fight set up in the immediate future. So going back to the card. Current eBay listings, the cheapest is 53 or best offer, but okay, so that's Australia. I didn't notice that, so you can't count that. 100 or best offer. So I'm going to check out one more website, comc.com. This is a website. Actually, I'm not. Yeah, I'll do it real quick. What the heck? So I want to look up this at a 25. So this is a website, comc.com. It's my first time pulling it up. You can see all my information here. I really don't care. There's nothing here that's that important. But it's another website that people buy and sell autographs. Cards that may have autographs like this. But it's another way to look up comps to see if there's any cards. There's no hit. Let me narrow it down a little bit. Probably should have had this tab pulled up earlier. So let's see, from Knockout, there are none of these cards up, just the base, the orange, and the silver. So we can eliminate that as a data point. So I'm going to try to snipe this. And we are going to put a bid in. Number 2 flyweight in the world. Cheapest was 100 or best offer. For a raw, for 6, I'm going to go 25.23. See if I can steal it. Most people would be turned off by the 6. Most people don't feel comfortable cracking out cards. I've cracked out hundreds of cards in my day. I'm very familiar with it, very comfortable with it. At a 25, relic action shot auto of a top tier fighter. I mean, this checks all the boxes for me. So that is the choice, and we're going to keep it moving. Let me close that. So let's keep going. Grosso 25 UFC Chrome Aqua Geometric Refractor, Market Champion. Love the auto with the smiley face. The card is not numbered. I like the card. I'm a fan of the design. I like the color with the black and white photo, but it's not numbered. So I'm going to pass because we have to have some parameters to keep everything in order. Here's another 8 of Joe Rogan. Let's keep it moving. What is this card? That card looks cool, 83 bucks. What the heck is this? Hatsuro Taira Panini on the horizon. I don't think I've ever seen this card before. That's kind of cool. Is this supposed to be like, I'm assuming this is a case hit or a rare for this product. Need to research that another time, not the night to do it. Let's keep going here. John Jones, we have St. Pierre at a 99. Geometric auto. Let's see what else. Alexa said AC to 76. Didn't pick it up. Let me turn down my AC real quick so it's not being picked up on the mic. I'll do that with one hand and keep scrolling with the other. These lots are always fun to look at. I mean, sometimes it's fun to take the risk, but not tonight. Okay, let's keep moving. So a lot of auctions. We're still only 15 minutes out, so let's keep it moving. That's another thing I want to get rid of is every Leaf product. I don't want to deal with Leaf. So let's kind of catch back up to where we were, which is right about here. Okay. Here we go. Holloway, Relic from Midnight. So it's interesting. The title doesn't show it's numbered, but it clearly is 1 out of 25. So low number, Holloway. What does that go for? So this might be an opportunity. So they didn't list it properly. So again, it won't be picked up by the eBay search algorithm, or at least it'll be suppressed at the very least, especially if you're looking for the 25. So let's see if we can have an opportunity here. So let's go to card ladder. UFC Relic. Do auto, Holloway, we'll do out of 25. Let's see what we got. No hit. How can we narrow this down? Let's just do auto out of 25. So here's a similar one. So it's called the Moonrise. So out of 25, I think we saw a similar one to this last week, if I remember. So 105 in October. What is this one at? 91. Yeah, it's just kind of too close to what it should be. I wonder if we put Holloway Moonrise, if we get more hits. Did he put Moonrise in there? No Moonrise. Okay. I'm all over the place here. There we go. So the Moonrise. Let's see, so that's the 1105. It's interesting, a Moonrise. That looks like that, doesn't it? The back. So 105 it went for. 25. $4 shipping. I'm gonna pass. If it was a lower price, like 60 bucks, I put it up at 91. Like, what am I gonna win it for? 100 bucks, and then $5 shipping. I'm at 105, and that's what it basically went for last time. So I don't find that to be a smoking hot deal or anything amazing, but for a Holloway fan, opportunity right there. What is this? Chelsea Chandler PSA 8 Auto 10 out of 25, 2024 Royalty Relic Rookie. So again, like, I'd probably crack the card out. The 810 probably does more harm than good. But let's see what, we're looking up a lot of cards tonight, which is great. Let's see what this hits back at. Relic, we're gonna get rid of the blue. We're gonna get rid of that. We'll just do out of 25 to get as many hits as possible. So let's see, it's not a relic. Is that the same style? Yeah, it's the same style, but the relic that we're looking at is better. 850. Oh, that's a sick relic. That's more similar to the one we're looking at. 18 and 22. So what is her deal? What is her? I don't know who she is as a UFC fighter, but we're gonna figure it out here. 6 and 4. 18th bantamweight. 2 losses in a row. 1 by decision, 1 by TKO. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a cool looking card, and if you can get it super cheap and she goes on a win streak, like, I don't know much about her history, but I'm going to avoid. But visually, a high appeal card, without a doubt, but don't know enough about it. And I'm not in the mood to take like too many gambles tonight. Here's another Chelsea Chandler out of 25. That's the plain auto without the relic. Let's see. Oh, here we go. What is this? 2021 Panini Instant UFC Paddy Pimblett Auto 1 of 1. So is it a true 1 of 1? Is it a fake 1 of 1? Is it just the only one that's been graded? So Panini Instant. So they made 9,708 copies of this card. This one's autoed by Patty. I'm not going to look it up, but the auto is added after the fact. That's the whole point. Did it come from the pack this way or from the product? It was added at a private signing or the show, caught them in the street, whatever. So let's keep it moving. Knockout factory sale box, 185, not too shabby. Ooh, here we go. A raw Islam gold refractor out of 50. 10 out of 50. That corner looks like it has a thing of white. It's so hard to tell in these photos whether the card is good or not. There's hair. I mean, the thing I don't understand is like these consignment companies. I understand that they deal in bulk, and it's like the Amazonification is the word I'll use, where everything is volume, and like, I don't understand why there's no quality control for these scans, because like even here, like, I just don't get it, because if these scans were clean or they wiped it down, they would get more money and they would make more money. But just out of curiosity, we'll see what a card like this goes for, especially now. 2019 Topps Chrome UFC Islam out of 50. Let's see, the 10 did 1,500. 10 back in September did 990. What is that one for? Wow, 760. Strong price, in my opinion. The 10 did 18. A 9 did 500. This looks like a steal now. If the raw with these crappy scans is doing 760 with this dirt and debris. Is there one? I think I saw one up on eBay when I was looking the other night. Let's see if there's one currently up here. 2019. My nose is itchy here. It's killing me. UFC Islam out of 50. If I can type. That's the only one. That must have been a different number. Maybe it was a 10 black refractor. So this is a strong number for this card. I would not bid on it because there are too many unknowns. Like this bottom edge here, that looks like it's on the card. And then you have this here, but is that like this dot of white that's obviously in the plastic? Is that this or is that on the card? Like you don't know. So anyone that bids on this, you know, more power to that you're willing to gamble, but I don't trust these companies to represent the card properly, and neither should you. Not worth the risk. What is this here? Knockout O'Malley throwback signature. I'm not a fan of the color of the card. Not my style. We'll keep it moving. A lot of UFC cards in there tonight. Definitely more than the last video we did, which is great. Marab auto just got beat by Jan. His face looks so busted up. Cards are still valuable. Still a great fighter. Still worth picking up the right cards, but not that one. There's no relic on it, so I'm going to keep it moving. Alex, raw. Yeah, like that here. Like, is that on the card or is that on the case? Who knows? Oh, there we go. Sonnen 1 of 1 Superfractor. See, at least this person, this seller who we've seen before, chosen cards, I've seen a lot of their stuff. At least they take the card out of the top loader and they put it on a dark background. So you can at least get an idea of what you're dealing with. Card looks pretty clean to me. Again, like you have to have the card in hand to do any serious analysis. You're just guessing. So he took a photo. That's interesting. So there's 3 photos, front, back. So he's taking a photo of this area. So what is he taking a photo of? I guess he's trying to show this imperfection here. Maybe here. That looks like you could wipe that off if you had a microfiber though. I bet you could. Yeah, that's what he's trying to show. At least he's trying to be honest about it. So 320. Sick card, especially if you're a fan of his. Like to get a 101 is a grail card for a collector. But I'm going to pass. Here we go. What is this? 2023 Panini Select Marab Octagon Action Auto Silver. So silver misspelled. At least it looks like it. PSA 10. It's a good looking card. Great foiling, action, portrait, auto. I wish it was numbered, but there's only 6 PSA 10. So what does this type of card go for? So let's see. It is the Octagon Action. So it's hard to get. See, these type of cards are sneaky to get snipes on. So here's why. So you're trying to do the listing, right? So you have 2023 Select UFC. You have Marab Deverlishvili. Everyone refers to him as Marab. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. But then you have these 3 words that are the subset. Octagon Action Signature. Then you have to put in the grade. Then you have to put in the number. Like getting all this information in the eBay listing, something is going to be left out. And again, depending on what people are searching, like you're going to miss out, or it's not going to be in the top of the search results. It might be at the bottom of the page or on the second page. So again, like little tricks like that, like there might be opportunity here. So let's check it out. We're just going to do PSA 10. And what was it called again? The Octagon Action Signature. So let's just see. So Octagon. So we'll do the word Octagon. So that is the car. So it sold for $90 a couple of days ago. Is this the same cert? 336. So different cert. So it went for cheaper. Oh, sorry. It went 90 a couple of days ago. What is it at now? 73. Dang, $9 shipping. That's highway robbery. That's ridiculous, especially for USPS ground advantage and $9 shipping. Even if I wanted to bid in this card, which I don't for the 9 shipping, unless I was buying more stuff from the seller, I would not even look. But just out of curiosity, let's see what else this seller has for UFC. Only one. Anything else? Non-UFC, boxing, other things that are interesting? No. All trash in my opinion. Potential there, but the shipping kills it because you're bringing it up to over 80 bucks there, so we're not doing that. Another box on knockout. 185, I like seeing that, maintaining a strong number. Here we go. 2024 Topps Now UFC John Jones. Blue event used matte relic out of 49. That's kind of sick. Put on a show 309. This relic came specifically from UFC 309. So just out of curiosity, UFC 309, who fought on that card? Oh, that was Jones versus Stipe, Oliveira versus Chandler, Nico versus Craig, Vivian versus Karine. Any other great fights? Jim Miller. So Jones versus Stipe. Okay, it's kind of cool. So what does this card go for? See, something like this I would send in to get graded because it's still in the Topps Now. Assuming it hasn't been shifted around. Usually they pat their cards pretty good. Like I would send that card in to get graded. Because it's in the top now, it's protected and the seal doesn't look like it's been cracked. Like you can't tell from the side angle, but assuming it isn't, all these scans and photos, that's a little bit concerning. Unless that's part of the design. Like that looks interesting. Why is that there? Huh. Unless that's part of the Topps reflection and that's the bottom of it maybe. Maybe that's like the S here, like that line, or the T, and that's part of it maybe. Sorry, here. Could be. First, let's look at the value before we get too excited. We're gonna do relic. Actually, let me just do out of 49. So, okay, so 50 bucks. What number was this? Out of 25. This one's out of what? That looks like 13. So 50. So we could do relic. 50, 51. Dang, somebody paid 105. It's a great picture though. Let's see if that, let's see, can we pull up the auction? Yeah, let's see the original listing. Of course, there's only one photo. I was just trying to see if that weird upper corner glitch was also on. Yeah, I can't pull these up. This one's too old. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so it used to be 100. It was 80, 80, 80, 82, 87, 101, 105, 51, 50. So what is it? It's a 28. So we're going to try to snipe it. It's worth the risk. So if I can get it less than, we're going to say 40. Shipping from DC Sports is 5. So we're going to do 35.01. Add it. Oh, this ended. Did we win it? So we lost the Dana White. We bid 170.23. It went for 191.50. Oh, there we go. We won the man on. So I bid 25.23. I won it for 18.50. Cool. Buy it, crack it out. I'll list it on eBay for 100 or best offer and field offers. Pretty sick. Good deal on that. And again, like the singles, so like some of the singles I buy to flip, some I add to my collection. You know, trying to focus on it, like what I want on my PC for UFC has been a challenge because I love a lot of different cards. But I think after thinking it over and really trying to be intelligent about it, I think I'm going to try to focus on Khabib cards with autos and relics, and that'll be what the cards I collect. There'll be other ones I obviously do, but that'll be the main focus. And then the reason why I'm flipping cards is to keep making additional funds on the side to fund all the UFC sealed investments. That is the goal. So just to recap, the cards I'm buying to flip that I mentioned on here that I win, or the money I make from that is to fund my UFC sealed investing project, experiment, theory, whatever you want to call it. And then I also have a separate part of my UFC collection, which are cards that I'm buying to hold on to for my PC and or long term, which are all-time greats, but Khabib will be the focus. And then another part of the UFC collecting bug or obsession that I'm getting into are buying the UFC fight-worn gloves, the fight-worn shorts, and the fight-worn jerseys from the matches that pop up. And I'll do a reveal on that. I think so far I have 3 on the way, and I'll do a separate video on that part of the collection as well. And that is the end game for memorabilia collecting. Like, even I'm more bullish on that and excited about that than the card part of it. But the seal to wax is super long term. I'm not buying or flipping any seal to wax. Everything I buy I save. The jerseys are the same. That's a long term. And then I have cards that fall into that bucket, and then we have stuff we flip. So I think that's a summary, and I've kind of belabored the point, and we've lost time going through here, so let's keep it moving. So Gatorade is not sponsoring the channel, but Gatorade Zero tastes amazing. So let's keep it going. What do we got here? The Fighting Nerds Quad Auto. I think this is the custom card, yeah, from this Champions collection. Yeah, I'm not getting involved in that. I don't know enough about it. Oh, here we go. Here's another one from DC Sports. So somebody must be selling a bunch of their UFC stuff on DC Sports. I probably should sort by DC Sports UFC. We're going to do that next. That might be a little more efficient. So again, in the tops now, the card looks fine. I would hope. I mean, it's a little bit of whitening there, which usually you don't see on tops now cards. So, like, I hope this person didn't take it out and then put it back in, and then on the edge here that I can't see, like when I get the card, it'll be ripped. Is that damaged too? Now I see I have hesitation on this one because I don't know. Let's see what DC Sports they have for UFC. So they have 508 UFC auctions. Let me narrow down auctions. 503. That's amazing, actually. We're doing ending soonest because DC Sports, like most of their items, get bids. Actually, let me do highs first because they're all ending tonight. So they're all ending tonight, or most of them. So let's sort by highs. So you have that. The Nate Diaz Marbles, 1 of 1. What is this? The Black Proof 1 of 1 Marbles. That's sick. I'm not a fan of the card design, but somebody that's the card to go for without a doubt. It's a cool card. Fizia Platinum Rookie 1 of 1 PSA 10. Wow. A 10 of 1 of 1. Let's look him up real quick. I know the name, but I'm not too familiar with his fight history. I just want to see where he's at. So he's the number 11 lightweight. Wow, he lost to Justin, then Gamrot, then Justin again. So majority. So gave Justin a fight. Then decision, the beat Ignacio, bout cancel with Oliveira. Upcoming bout, January 31st versus Mauricio Ruffy. Okay. Definitely has potential. Chronicles UFC. So I guess you could try to comp this card, but good luck with that. So let's go here. 2022 Chronicles UFC 1 of 1. How do you spell his last name again? I'm on the wrong card. We are here. Fiziev. Has this card sold before? That's not the same card. So this is the Platinum 2022 Chronicles UFC card number 185. What is this? 2022 Chronicles UFC card number 84. So one for 305 and then 260. This is over 3 years ago, so it's essentially useless. So let's just see what the 101s for every fighter, just to get an idea from the good to the bad. I think it's a Platinum, is what it was. That's what it was, right? Platinum. So let's see what we got here. That's not the same card. That's not the same style card either, is it? That's absolute. So rookies and stars. So I guess we'll keep that in the back of our mind. I'm definitely not an expert in this set. So maybe we do the word rookie. I don't think, okay, here we go. So the 101 Rodriguez went for 70. A Giannis went for 182. Giannis 215, 226. Giannis 8 went for 181. The Yuri Auto 1 of 1 went for 264 in 2022, so that's too far out. So how do you even begin to value this card? So it's a 10, which adds value. It's a fighter that, let me see. Let me see what Reddit says about the next fight announced for UFC 25. Let's see. Holy banger. Fiziev a great fighter. Not going to lie, but lacks power. Not sure he can oppose this game on Loco. Ruffy hits harder. Fiziev lacks power. So literally said he's not so easy money. Hits like a truck. So a little opinion issue there. Ruffy is nowhere near the level of Fiziev. Bro got pieced up by a sloppy BSD striking. Fiziev knocked out RDA when he had a great chin. RDA is winning the fight as well. Great fight. Fiziev is a better fighter than Ruffy, but you beat Manuel by countering. So it's all over the place. There are different opinions, but everyone's excited about the fight. People are excited about Fiziev. Paramount deal just killed the sport, man. It's just a fun fight. Yeah, let's get rid of the rankings, win streaks, any sort of merit because it's fun. Yeah, people are going to trash talk everything. Fiziev is my favorite right now. Banger. Fiziev wins. We're going to try to snipe it. This is what we call I'm going to call this a low risk, high reward play. So he's a great fighter apparently, and he's very well respected. It's a 1 of 1. It's a 10, so that adds value there. He's exciting, at least from what I gather. I've never seen him fight. I'm not trying to pretend like I know everything about him, but it's a rookie 1 of 1 of an exciting fighter that has fought amazing people in the division. And what was his rank again? Was it 11? 11 out of 92. So let's see. I don't pay for this, so I don't see it. But 11, like, you have huge names here, and their 1 of 1s go for a ton of money. So we're going to take a flyer on this. So I'm going to copy the number from here since it's easier. And I'm going to do 170.23, which I doubt I'll win it. But that's the whole point. So there we go. So that was, I'm not doing the PA. I don't feel comfortable with that. That's something that looks off with that. So let's look for the rest of DC Sports. Anything interesting? No. There's the one I didn't like. Ooh, that's a good looking card. What is this? On the Van Nice Auto. Fighter War Memorabilia. Let's look him up a little bit. Definitely as time goes by and I get better at this, hopefully I learn more about fighters, but, you know, 16-1, 23rd in the middleweight. Looks like he's fighting his way through. He fought 1, 2, 3, 4 times in 24, 2 times in 25, lost to Michael Page, beat Barrialt. So what are people's opinions of him? Let's see. Holy cow. He has 2 million followers on Instagram. That's insane. Okay. Did not know that. I like the card. Let's see what it goes for. I need to close some of this. I got way too many tabs open. So I'm just going to put the name and the auto out of 50 just to keep it more narrow. Let's see. That's not it. Okay, that wasn't smart. So we need to do knockout. So 56 for, is that the same exact card? No, it is not. So 56 back on November 19th. And the one that looks less appealing for 60. Fair enough. So I'm going to put a bid in because we're with DC Sports. Let me close this one. Let me close. Did I accidentally close Card Ladder? Oh, I mean, my snipe. No, I didn't. Here we go. So I'm going to put in for 40.01. Try to steal that. Okay, let's see. Anything else interesting? Ooh, that's a good looking card, the Volkanovski. That's so gorgeous. That's action. That's relic. Low number auto. And I love Volkanovski as a fighter. Sick card. That's the type of card I'm looking for. Let's see how other people think about this. So, Volkanovski, we're just going to do red. Out of 25, or just out of 25, red. Let's see if we get hits. That is not it. This is it. Is that the exact same card? No, right? No, that's a little different. It's a little different. So 155, 118, 175, 90. 150, 120. That's not it, right? That might be it. Is that it? No. What is it at? It's only 33 at the ends in 1 day and 22 hours. So it's not. That's why the price is so low. It's not ending tonight. I'm still going to put a snipe on it. I'm going to put a snipe in for 85.20. Nah, that's too cheap. I actually want to try to win it. We'll do 92.01. Add. Okay, that's enough for DC Sports. Oh no, this, I'm back to the, let me refresh this page. So we're off of DC Sports. This is DC Sports, closed that. We're back here. Let's refresh this. Okay, where are we at? We up here. Yeah, we're past here. There's the Jones. Let's keep it moving. I think tonight we're only going to go through the first page. Usually we do 2 pages, but there's so many items up that it's more than enough, especially the ones from DC Sports. So there's a Blaster, 1850. Ooh, there's a monster. 2025 Chrome, Diego Lopez out of 5, red auto. Cool card out of 5, but not for me. But for a Diego fan, definitely a home run right there. Very cool card. Misha Tate. No Khabibs tonight. A little disappointed. I was hoping at least put a 1 snipe on a Khabib that caught my eye, but there we go. 2017 Topps Chrome. If it was an auto, I'd go for this. Still a cool card from a set that's 8 years old. The Iceman. Cool card. I don't care if a card's $1 or $10,000. A card visually looks cool. It is definitely cool. 2013 Bloodlines Gustafsson. That's a cool card. No Khabibs, huh? Ooh. 2013 Topps UFC Bloodlines. Guard. I've never even heard of this fighter. Guard was the Dream Catcher. Let's look this dude up real quick. 49-9. Holy cow, dude. 150,000 Instagram followers. The Dream Catcher. Dang. Why he's the greatest fighter nobody talks about. This was a video 4 weeks ago. That is definitely a piece of UFC history. Holy cow. What does this card go for? I would want to add this to the PC. That's a sick looking card, dude. Check that out. Is this going to hit? Wow, one. One sold 4 years ago for 50 bucks. Is there one currently up on eBay now? Let's check it out. No. So that's interesting. The ComC, which is the other site. So ComC lists cards on eBay that you can buy for a premium. So like this card, if we were to put this card in the ComC on my ComC account, it would be cheaper. And to kind of show you that real quick, I will demonstrate that. So I'm going to take this title. So look at it, $25.84 plus shipping, right? So if we go to ComC and put in this exact card, okay, that didn't work out like expected. Why didn't that come up? Let me narrow down the search. So there we go. So if you were to buy it here and you had a ComC account, you just want to buy it, add it to your inventory, it's a $22.25, but you can also make a best offer. Oh, this is from the UFC Cardfather. So this dude, I think he's based out of Mexico, but I also heard he's based out of Vegas, but I think it's Mexico. He has the most insane collection of vintage UFC single cards ever. Like every Grail card from 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, one of ones, out of five, red inks, John Jones. I saw his collection. He was set up as a dealer at the West Palm show that I went to a couple months ago. And I think he had, I'm trying to think, was it 4 tables? It may have been 6 tables, 2 on the front and 2 on each side. So 6 tables. It was him and his wife. And he had, it was almost like too much. It was looking at a UFC museum. So it's kind of cool that he is selling this card on ComC. But if you can click on his account, UFC Cardfather, you can see every card he has listed. And he has 126. And again, like he has some amazing cards from history. Look at this, like a 2017 Ruby McGregor out of 25. He has the Gold McGregor out of 75, the Oliveira from 2010 Leaf. I definitely recommend checking out some of his stuff. I have this card here, the John Jones Atomic. I have that raw. But sick card. Very cool stuff. I didn't realize he was on ComC. Good to know. So anyway, going back to the card we're focusing on. The red auto out of 15. I don't know what the multiplier is, if the blue is 25 and the red is what. Probably use ChatGPT to try to guess on that. That's a cool card. I'm going to bid on it. How's the condition? Looks super clean. Yeah, that's a Grail. Even at that corner, so what? Like, how often is this card ever going to pop up for sale? So if we're trying to build UFC history ourselves, these are the kind of cards you want to add. So we go to Gixin. We're going to add a snipe. I'm going to go 123.23. I doubt I will win it, but we'll give it a shot. Anything else in yet? No. We're almost to the end of the page. Let's keep it moving. That was exciting. What a cool card to find on a random Monday night. 2011, Dominic Cruz. That's another piece of history. I really need to read up on UFC history. So I am currently reading a book on UFC history. What the hell is it called? Let me look it up real quick while we keep going. Is it called Caged Fighters? Cage Fight? Somewhere in there. Let me look through my orders real quick. What the hell is the name of it? I think it's called Caged Kings, actually. Is that right? No, it is not. Totally blew that. What the heck is it? Cage Kings. Okay, so I was close. Cage Kings, how an unlikely group of, I'm trying to read the cover, how an unlikely group of moguls, champions, and hustlers transformed the UFC into a $10 billion industry. So I'm about 20 or 30 pages in. I think it's up to UFC number 10, maybe, in the book. But it's the whole history of UFC, how it started from a dream of one individual that wanted to see what style of fights would win in a dream matchup scenario. And that's how he created the vision of this. And I think I haven't got to the point where Dana White is in the picture and kind of took it over. But Great read. Hopefully I'll become a little more knowledgeable. Let's see, Duplessis signed trunks. These are just trunks, not fight worn, right? Not fight worn. We'll ignore that. Ooh, that's cool. 2011 Topps UFC Fighter War memorabilia. It's not numbered. Who the heck is this dude? It's so weird because in every other sport in history, like I know the history of the sport and the fighters and like the athletes for hockey, baseball, like go down the list, boxing. But UFC, like I know some of the historical dudes, like the bigger names, you know, like Brock Lesnar, Tank Abbott, you know, the Gracie family. But like some of these, like this guy might be one of the greatest UFC fighters in history. I have no idea. Let's find out. What is his record? His nickname is the Janitor. Is that because he cleans the mat with his opponents? 27-8, solid record. Does Tapology have an all-time ranking? They don't. Did he fight anybody I would know? Let's see. So he ended in 2011. So he started, wow, he started in 97. IFC number 5, IFC 11. So when was his first UFC fight? UFC 32. Dang, definitely one of the pioneers, man. So he had a fight canceled against Frank Mir. Obviously, I know him. He lost to Tito Ortiz by decision, so it went the distance. That'd be a cool fight to pull up just to see. Anyone else recognize? Oh! He got knocked out by John Jones in 2010 by elbows. Okay. And then he fought Gustafsson. He lost to Gustafsson by TKO. So he's fought some big names. Lost, but fought, and then retired. His last fight was Bellator 116 in 2014. Huh. Probstein Auctions. Another consigner. I'm not going to go for this card, but that's kind of cool. Let's see if Probstein has other UFC stuff. And I think this will wrap up the video for this evening. I don't even know how long we've been going for, but... Oh, wow. So this didn't hit the first page, so we got some... Wow, we got some... Okay, we got to look these up individually. These are interesting cards. What the hell is that card? I gotta look that up too. Okay, so I lied. The video is not ending. We are at least looking up 3 more cards. Anything else here catches my eye? John Jones signed UFC Legacy figure. That ends in 3 days. Right out to the watch list because he signed it. That's kind of cool. Okay, so I lied. We have 3 more items to look up. 1 of 1 Topps UFC Museum Rose Namajunas Emerald 1 of 1. Holy cow. So her Superfractor is up for sale right now on eBay, and I think they're asking $875 for that or $850. So how do you value a 1 of 1 from 2019? How do you even begin to do that? Let's see if this card has ever sold before. I think this card is going to be one of those cards that's uncomparable, but you never know. So it's sold, whoa! So it sold in 2021 for $1,275. And now it's up for sale and it ends in 1 hour and 34 minutes for $305. That's COVID pricing for you. So now the price is back down to earth, but what is it worth? What do we think it is? What is it worth today to me? That's actually the honest question. What is it worth to me? So are there any other Rose 101s that have sold recently in any other product? 1 of 1. Let's see. There we go. Custom card, don't care. What's with all these custom cards? So we got to minus that. What is that? P for P? I have no idea what the hell that is. There we go. So we have the Chrome Superfractor. This is like the subset. This is the Fire one from 2019. Recently sold for $180. That's not promising. The Marvels 101 sold for $312. What? The Immaculate 101 book sold for $112? How is that even possible? That doesn't seem right to me. Did they misspell her name? Namajunas. I don't see the 1 of 1 number on here unless I'm blind. That doesn't seem right to me. Maybe I must be missing something. A 1 of 1 black shimmer for 2022 for $12.50. That seems more normal. The tail of the tape, UFC Chrome 101, $350. Royalty 1 of 1. Wow, that seems so cheap to me. Out of the premier product to the 1 of 1 only did $350. I would rather have that card than this card. I mean, I know this one is older and maybe more historic, but visual appeal matters for cards. People want to admit it or not, like all the history and stuff, like especially for UFC. I think the more differentiators, the better. Sorry, I'm jumping around here. Did not expect that. So what current 1 of 1s of hers are up? Rose, Nama, Junis 1 of 1. I think I totally misspelled that. Rose, Nama, Junis. Did I misspell that? I'm on the wrong tab. What am I doing here? Yeah, I did. Okay, what do we have for what's currently for sale? So she has a lot of 1 of 1s. Like a lot have sold and there's a lot currently up. So let's see. Wow, that is insane. 4,000. See, that's what I thought. I mean, that is unbelievable. And that price like reflects what I thought it'd be, maybe a realm of like for something else. Spider-Born memorabilia. That's so sick. Let's see what else. That is amazing. I don't know what that's worth, but authentic single athlete signature. Relic attendance cards not confirm any specific match or event. I hate when they do that. Visually appealing card though. That's the type of card I would bet on. Finest UFC Golden Moments 1 of 1 1700 or best offer. What is this one? 1983. At least there's a retro, so the 83 baseball design for Topps. This is what it looked like in 83, and they retroed it. They made a super fractor from 2018 Topps Chrome. So that is 1,075 or best offer. That's a sick card. Pretty nice if it had the auto, but still cool. So this is the one I was looking for. So I think it's $969, but I think I got an offer because I watched it on, I think at one point I was watching it, and then I unwatched it, but I got an offer for a discount for like $900 or $875 or something. Let's see what other 1 of 1s are still up. There's the auction. 2024 1 of 1. Pillars of the Octagon knockout for $500. I don't know what the hell you value this card at, to be totally honest. It's probably going to go for more than this, but I mean, it looks like it's gradable. It's still in the Topps sticker, assuming it's not pop, but you can see the edge there. It looks like it's clean. Card, that corner looks white. That you can't tell. That you can't tell. That's a white. So this corner, that's a little darker. Maybe, maybe not. Is the card centered? It's such a tricky card. Is it centered? Where does the edge go to? So the black, no, that's here, okay. It's a confusing card for centering. I think the back is easier to use, yeah. So it looks centered. If you could buy this and grade it and hope to get a 9 or a 10, it might be potential, but it is just an auto. It is a 1 of 1. I like the relics better for her cards. And her signature has changed so much, like it doesn't even look like the same person. Like look at the auto for this. And then like look at the auto for that. Just to toggle back and forth. Like, well, we can look at these two here. Like look at how the signature, it doesn't even look like the same human being signing it. I'm going to pass. I don't know. Don't feel comfortable. Bo nickel out of 25. Authentic memorabilia is not from any specific fighter or event. The autograph is guaranteed. I'm not interested in that either. What the heck is this crazy looking card? I've never seen this card before, but that is insane. At first I thought this was actually a piece of, is that a piece of relic on the card? It certainly looks like it with the edge here. Like it looks like it's embedded a little bit. What a crazy card. 2 out of 2. Unbelievable. Okay, everyone, that wraps it up for the evening. Let's see where our snipes are at. Let me refresh it real quick. Is anything else ended? So we lost this one. We won the man on. This ends 5 minutes, 25 minutes, 53 minutes, 1 day and 22 hours, 1 day, 22 hours. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, thank you for joining me this evening. If you learned a little something or you had a little fun with me tonight, reviewing some eBay auctions or looking at some cool cards and putting in some bids on some various items, please leave a like and a comment down below. It really helps out the algorithm. Please subscribe to the channel to get daily UFC card market updates. You might be searching eBay, it might be analyzing steel product, looking at a specific fighter. Who knows? Every day's a surprise. I think tomorrow for Tuesday, if I remember the schedule, I think tomorrow is where we look at the top 10 UFC card sales over the past week. So make sure you turn in tomorrow. With all that said, stay safe, be healthy, take care of yourself, and I will talk to you again soon.